What is up, everyone? So in today's video I just want to address a few things that I think many of you guys have been asking me. Stuff like POB, updated POB, Crucible, so on and so forth. Alright, so I'll just go through a quick one in this video. First up is, when will the POBs for your build be updated? Okay, as of now, it is my 1 a.m. on Thursday. Okay, so it is very late already, and I will only be updating this tomorrow. Okay, so it will be on time before late, but unfortunately I will try my best to do. I really have a lot of work to follow up. So I think by the time you guys probably know, I'm not like some other full-time streamers. I don't have all the time in the whole world to actually play. You know, all these guides that I'm making is literally like free for you guys. Okay, it's not really for profit or anything. I just want to share interesting and good stuff with you guys. So as of now, okay, I think I should just write it down. Okay, so I'll just add on. I will be updating the COC. Cyclone COC for sure. Okay, this is gonna include like the Ice Spear and Ice Nova. They are literally the same, just the Ice Spear we can utilize Nimis again, and I'll go into that in a while. So yeah, this is definitely for sure. And the next one I will be doing, right, as of now I really can't promise, but the second POB I'll be updating will be Skelly Mages. Okay, the reason is I want a POB or build that is catered easily to beginner or newcomers. Okay, so I really won't recommend COC for newcomers. So minions are just generally very easy to play, right? They are not the fastest, they are not the slowest, but they accomplish stuff easily. Alright, not like extremely OP now as compared to previously, but still good when you're learning the game. It's very tanky. Yeah, and from there onwards, newcomers can just explore into what other stuff you wanna play. Okay, I can assure you now, the rest of the builds will not be updated. Okay, it will not be updated. I really do not have the time. Plus, if you can actually hear my voice and see me now, I am actually quite sick from all of the overtime work and not enough sleep. Alright, so first of all, I want to apologize. I'm really sorry for that. I really do not have time to build. Okay, as of what I see now, I don't think I have time. Okay, but of course, if I have time, I will continue to be updating them, and the third one will be Blade Vortex. Okay, so next question. What do you think about the Saboteur COC? Okay, let me open up my POB and we can take a quick look. Okay, so here Saboteur is already updated. Everybody is hyping it. Okay, I got to say, almost everyone that plays COC is just hyping it. Okay, so here is my real response to it, or my real opinion. I do not know how good it is until you really test it out. Okay, it looks nice and really awesome on paper, but sometimes you really got the hands on and you gotta try it firsthand before you actually know it's really good or not. So yes, this 30% cooldown recovery rate is really good, but then it's not like we cannot get this cooldown recovery rate. We can get it. So this 30% is like an additional bonus for COC. Alright, and next up, this is like the top of the town for Saboteur. Perfect Crime. Triggers level 20 summon trigger bots were allocated. What it does is it summons 2 bots, which will help you trigger your skills whenever like you cast a spell or whatever. Okay, it's just that they take 35% less damage with trigger spells. So when this happens, let's say if you are playing a Cyclone COC Ice Nova, for example, okay, whenever you crit, the Ice Nova will not be cast on you, but it will be cast on 2 of your trigger bots. So just think of it like summon skitter bots. Alright, and it's gonna follow you around. The only thing that I'm unclear is, does this bot get aggressive towards monsters? Because if it isn't, then I think it's pretty trash. I think it's pretty trash, okay? But otherwise, it's a very cool skill. 35% less damage with triggered skills is quite a lot of damage. So basically, I would say you only get like 15 to 20% increased damage with this. Okay, so it is not the worst. So sometimes, you know, you really want to trigger it on your own, like to freeze the enemies that is, or monsters that are coming to you, but it somehow is going to trigger on the trigger board, and that can be bad in some situations. All right, I don't know how, but we will see how it goes. The next one is Bomb Specialist. So Bomb Specialist is kind of something to do with only AoE damage. Okay, that's all. It's really that's all. There's really nothing else good with this. If you're not playing an AoE damage, then this is not, you won't even take this. Okay. Next is Explosive Experts. So basically, if you are playing cold damage like COC Ice Pierce, COC Ice Nova, this is really good. Burning enemies is also really good, right? And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I mean, if you really want to take the Born in Shadows, you can take. And here is my thoughts on COC Saboteur. For now, it feels really quite garbage to me. Okay, like in all honesty, it looks really garbage. Like what's the real good skill here only? Probably Ice Nova will be Bomb Specialist. The Perfect Crime, it looks really cool. Okay, but then like I mentioned again, it's gonna summon, it's gonna cast on your trigger boss, and we don't know how clever this trigger bot AI is gonna be. If it's gonna stay side by side by you all the time, then it's pretty bad to me. Okay, it's pretty bad. Otherwise, if it's going to be like reaching out to monsters, then probably it's not so bad. Okay, probably it's not so bad. And like I mentioned, this cooldown recovery rate, it's not like we can't get it. We can always get it from our items, and we can easily reach the 52%. Okay, and next one is number 3. What do you think about the Crucible League and mechanic? I think it's very interesting and very awesome. Okay, but we will have to see how it goes. Probably the real interesting part about Crucible is, you know, you got to go into the Forge of Titan and like expand or improve your skill tree for the Crucible skill tree. And I think this is something very interesting, but we really do not know how it goes. Like, let's say what happened if I have to do like 10 maps to go into one Forge of Titans, and it's not guaranteed that I can improve the skill tree. Okay, then if that's like the scenario, then it's gonna be pretty trash, right? But if it's consistent, that is really good. And I really like the skill tree because there are a lot of things you can play around with. Even though it's a little, I think most likely it's gonna be quite RNG, but like I mentioned in my previous video, right? That's the whole reason why I'm going to play back COC again this league, because of trigger skills. I think trigger skills is going to be very fun with the Crucible League. So, Cyclone COC is probably just one example. Imagine you're holding a cosplay with, let's say, Frostbolt, Ice Nova, okay? And your Crucible skill tree is going to have stuff like Socketer Gems are supported by level 20 lesser multiple projectiles. Like, wow, just instantly your Frostbolt is going to cast 2 more times. You can do this on Ice Spear as well. And I really don't know what other support gems that can be embedded into the weapons. So we'll see how this goes. And another example is, how about, let's say, Arakali's Fang and the Squire. Okay, this 2 is already a 6 link. Okay, a 6 link. I mean, if you want to count in the spider, that is like 7 link. And what do you think happens if you have Crucible passives that has supported skills on both of the item? That's insane. Okay, it's probably going to be very easy to reach like 9 to 10 links. Yeah, that's why this is just an example. I do not know how it goes, so come on guys, just play along. Enjoy the game, enjoy the league mechanic, explore. This is what PoE is about. Okay, and next is Nimis nerf. Okay, This has been asked many times. I have tried to find out many times also. I have tried to gather information many times also. And I don't want to like give a very clear answer because I am still unsure of myself. Okay, even though the other day I was telling the group chat where it is actually still the same, but I'm having second thoughts on it right now. So the text, right, basically shows that whatever projectile is gonna hit, it is going to collide and return back to you, regardless of whether is it like pierce, chain, or whatsoever. Okay, so the text is slightly confusing, but according to what I have read over and over again, when it says it will return to you when it collides, which means the first monster that it hits is gonna return to you. Okay, but then some of them say it is wrong. So basically, it will travel the full distance, come back, and then it is not able to pierce. It will just disappear if it hits the first target. Okay, this is like the second option, and the last one is basically there is no change to it. It is just basically to tackle the abuse with spark. Okay, so I really do not know, and I don't want to give false hope, false promise, false answers, whatever. I will just play out myself and see how it goes. Okay. Okay, and last but not least, Twitch stream timings and dates. I will be streaming on the first 2 days of the league. For the third day, I will only be streaming during my night time, probably 2 to 3 hours, as I still have work on that day. I am not taking any leave or spending more time on PoE. I really cannot afford for that. So subsequently, after the third day onwards, I am just going to stream like probably 2 hours daily just to play PoE. Okay, I will probably be not rushing for anything this league because I really do not have the time. So expect my builds and videos and updates to be much slower this league. Okay, I apologize upfront for that. Like I mentioned, due to work issues, I really have a lot of things on hand, and yeah, that's it. That's it. I'll just see all of you guys on Twitch stream, probably the first 2 days. That will probably be the most interesting one, and if possible, I'm just gonna try and complete the Mac Atlas on day 2, if possible. Okay, depending on how it goes, because I'm currently sick and I hope I can recover by then. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Bye.